Hi everybody, it's 9 a.m. UK time, time for Climate at 9. There's a debate currently going on in the German climate bubble, which may be of some interest to international viewers because it's about the relationship between the climate movement on the one hand and the green parties, or in general political parties, on the other hand. After the Battle of Lützerath, and in a week where just after that, a green co-led government is now evicting climate activists from a forest near my hometown, Frankfurt, the debate currently goes as such. The radical wing says, well, the Greens are the most effective point of leverage that we can use. So if we hurt them for taking decisions against the climate, we'll put pressure on them to in the future not do such shitty things. The defenders of the Green Party, on the other hand, tend to ignore all sorts of bad things the Greens do when they're in government, whether that's in the federal government or in the regional governments of Hesse, North Rhine-Westphalia, or Baden-Württemberg in the southwest, a big car state. They keep saying, well, all the bad things that these governments do, and I mean, like Germany currently is on such an anti-climate course, it's not even funny anymore. So all the bad things the Greens do when they're in government, those are all the result of decisions taken by their coalition partners and or against the Greens. All the good stuff that happens is because of the Greens, all the bad stuff is being done against the Greens. Now, because we live in a kind of post-factual world where politics isn't about rationality but largely about affects, I'm going to do a psychological reading of this rather than a factual reading. Psychologically, this story, the legend of the good Greens that would really do good things if only they could, is structurally exactly the same as the legend of the good Tsar or the good king that existed pre-Russian and French Revolution, where folks would say, well, the bad shit that's happening isn't due to Nikolaus, the Tsars, or Louis XVI, the king's bad decisions, it's due to his courtiers, advisors, and boyars. So, what does this legend tell us? It's actually an expression of a deep authoritarian character. Folks don't want to give up the idea that their leaders are going to save them, that their leaders are fundamentally good. And the kind of left liberal folks that, like the Greens, want to believe that they can continue to exist in what is really essentially the political and economic status quo with some minor changes. So essentially, the defenders of the Greens are just repeating this old legend of the good ruler because they cannot get themselves to break with the status quo that's destroying the